So if you want to show them that you've changed, there's all these different things that people say you can do. Of course, there's the really superficial stuff, hit the gym, get in shape, lose weight, build muscle, whatever, get a new wardrobe, all that sort of stuff. And I don't know, maybe that stuff works. Maybe it doesn't. It might just get their attention, but you got to have substance to back it up. And then, of course, there's some stuff that maybe goes a little bit deeper. You come up with some clever one-liners. Maybe you learn some tips and tricks here and there. You go on the TikTok or something like that, and you learn that you got to do things like no contact to make them miss you, to come crawling back over broken shards of glass, and yada, yada, yada. And again, maybe that gets their attention. I don't know. Who knows? But what really lets them know that you've actually changed? And it's not going to come from anything that you're going to really do and plan. It's not like you have to text them something like, hey, I realized that I had anger problems and I've been going to therapy for the past 6 months and now I don't. That's not going to show them that you've changed. What's really going to show them that you've changed is nothing that you could plan, nothing that you could ever orchestrate. It's something that is just going to happen by divine chance. It's something that, God, if you want to call it that, is just going to put out there in your path. Something that you could have never seen coming. It's going to be when plans don't go the way that you want them to. It's going to be when you get caught off guard by something that happens. It's going to be when something unpredictable happens, The restaurant lost the reservation that you made, or maybe you bump into somebody that you both mutually know, or maybe someone says something unkind to them when you're out together, and how you respond to that is going to reveal a lot of things. It's the unpredictable things in life. These are going to show them that you have changed. Because anyone can, get in shape, buy new clothes, go get themselves glammed up at a salon or something. Anyone can do that sort of stuff. That's premeditated. That's intentional. It's easy to fake. What's not easy to fake is when you're caught off guard. When you're in some sort of unpredictable scenario or something that's out of the norm, because that's when your true character is revealed. As they say, when the tide goes out, that's when you find out who's swimming naked. Sort of the emotional version of that. When things go off plan, when life throws you a curveball, when something unexpected happens, that's when you find out, and that's when they find out, what your true character is, if you really have changed or not. Because that's when things go off script. That's where you can't just go off of random gobbledygook that you memorized on the internet or off of some, random person on social media or something like that. That's when you have to demonstrate to them through how you behave or don't behave, that you have actually made a real substantial change in one form or other in your life. And, that's one of the reasons why people will often test you. They'll test you because they're trying to artificially induce some sort of unexpected thing. They'll warm up to you really nice. The two of you are getting along well. Seems like things are going somewhere. Then the last minute, they test you. They say something like, oh gosh, I don't really know if we should be doing this. Maybe they're intentionally doing this, or maybe they're unaware of it. Maybe they're unconsciously doing it or whatever. But they're just trying to see how you respond. Are you going to say, oh yeah, we should definitely be doing this? Okay, that just shows, I'm committed to my own desires. I'm committed to what I want. I'm not really willing to stop and listen. Maybe you say, oh, well, what's going on? What's your concern here? That's probably better. Now you're checking in, seeing where things are at. You're not attached to what you want. You're willing to listen to them. Maybe you say something else, but either way, you're revealing your character. And so That's really the most important part, is not how you behave or what you say in these, 10,001 different unpredictable things that could happen. So don't think that you're going to be able to just memorize a bunch of clever things to say as a way to get past these moments. What matters most is who you are, your character. So if you can develop your character, you're automatically going to respond in these moments in a way that reveals who you are. The question is who you're revealing the right person? What you want to do is you want to focus on developing your character. Now you might be thinking, okay, great, well, what does that mean? That's like the least interesting thing. That's the least sexy thing you could say. I mean, I could probably get way more views if I just said, say this 3-sentence word and they'll crawl over broken shards of glass to come back to you because they know you've changed. You want to be in a relationship. So develop the character of someone who's a good person to be in a relationship with. Develop the character of the person that they would have to be absolutely insane not to want to commit to. And when you do that, and that character is revealed to them in these unexpected, unanticipated little moments that catch you off guard, that's when they realize that this isn't the same version of you that they thought they broke up with. This is something different, that you really have changed. Because you can't just fake these unpredictable things. I mean, I guess you could. You didn't hire someone and say, hey, I'm going to be here at exactly this time. I want you to come and pretend to mug me or something like that. And then I can, do some jujitsu moves on you or something and come out like the hero. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time somebody ever did anything like that, but it's very contrived. Let's put it that way. Rather than bending yourself into knots trying to orchestrate some nonsense like that, just be the kind of person that they want to be in a relationship with. God will provide all of the uncertainty that you ever need, and that alone, and you just simply being there, will reveal your character. Now, the important thing here is you have to be willing to cultivate that character through the hard times, through these invisible moments. It's easy to just wallow in your sadness and stalk them on social media and think that it doesn't matter what you're doing when no one's looking. But that's actually when it matters the most, because that's what builds your character, what you do in the hard moments. If you say you're going to wake up early and go exercise in the morning, and the alarm goes off and no one's there to watch you, you're not live streaming on social media or anything, it's easy to just turn off the alarm and go back to sleep. What character is that building? That's building the character of laziness, of sloth, of not following through, of not keeping your word, not keeping your promise. If you actually get up, put your shoes on, and head out the door, and get in that workout, then that builds a different kind of character. And life will give you that unpredictability all by itself, and then that will come across and show. And all those quiet little moments you thought didn't matter, when the alarm went off, when someone offered you, a free sample of a cupcake or something like that, and you knew you had to stick to your diet or whatever. These little things build character. I'm using fitness as an example. It's not the only example, but it's I think a common relatable thing that most of us have experienced at some point or other. But it's also other things too. It's keeping your cool or losing your temper when someone says something, falling into panic and overthinking things when doubts creep up, or when you see something that you wish you didn't on social media. It's resisting the urge to gossip. It's resisting the urge to say something bad about someone else, or to try to pull yourself up and say, look how great I am. These are all little things that build your character. And these are all things that will be revealed in those unpredictable moments. So just know that every moment of the day is training. Every moment of the day, you're strengthening or weakening your character. You're moving yourself more in alignment or out of an alignment with the person that you want to be and the person that you are showing them that you are when it matters the most. When you're actually with them, when you're actually talking to them, when you're actually out on the date, at the coffee shop, at the restaurant. That's when your character is truly going to shine. But what builds it isn't putting on a good act in the moment when you know they're looking. It's not smiling for the camera when you know it's on you. It's what you do in those quiet, unseen moments where if you really wanted to, you could just take the easy way out. But I know that's not you. Because you're not the kind of person that just takes the easy way out. You're the kind of person that puts in the hard work. You're the kind of person that knows that this is about more than just comfort. This is about more than just what's easy. You're the kind of person that knows that you're in this to win something much bigger than that. And that's why you're going to make it. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. And drop a comment down below letting me know what you think. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.